We are just stacking them up one after another here on Radio Row on a Thursday in Las Vegas. Super Bowl 58 coming your way on Sunday. And right now we are joined by AEW, Orange Cassidy, the AEW International Champions. I see the book bag there, Orange. Does that mean the belt is here with us?
The belt with me wherever I go. It's always in my backpack.
Yeah.
Also, you have to tell me if I like to lean back, so if I have to sit forward, I can.
If you can take the microphone with you. We got a long cord. Yeah, you could take, and we'll even do this since you have that. Look at that. We'll show the belt there. Yeah, you sit back, relax, do your thing.
This is more my speed.
Yeah, we're a very comfortable show here. We're not loud. Have you done any of those yet? Where they're coming back and they're just loud and everything?
The last one I did. They were all over the place.
Yeah.
This one, I'm already liking this speed.
Yeah. I mean, you are a very flashy guy. I mean, for those that have seen AEW and seen you wrestle, I mean, the pyro that you have, it's maybe a little too much.
Yeah. I've been fighting for 3 years.
Yeah.
To get pyro.
Yeah.
And so they gave me this really big fireworks show when I came out, and I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So then they said, what about this? And they lessened it, and they lessened it, and they lessened it,
and
they lessened it. And then we got to what we have now, and listen, it's perfect.
Now you have the book bag. It's the is that the Jam Sports?
Yeah.
How long have you had that book bag in your possession?
I mean,
did you go dig it out of the attic at your parents?
It's that old. I have no idea how old it is.
So that's really that really was your book bag, like your backpack?
I was wrestling for the Independents.
Mm-hmm.
I wrestled for Independent Wrestling TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's an IWTV, and I was their independent wrestling champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to keep it in the backpack. It was just easy to travel with. And this is that same backpack. So when I won the International, I was like, I could throw that in the backpack too. Good thing I didn't throw it away.
Has anybody carried the belt around in the backpack? Have you gotten any blowback ever from the veterans? Because there are veterans that like to get angry about things. Have you ever been accused of maybe not respecting the business?
Well, I get accused of not respecting the business on a daily basis, and I feel like if I'm not getting accused of disrespecting the business on a daily basis, then I'm not doing my job. I think those old guys he's not treating with the out of all the championships in AEW, this one has been defended more than any of those on a weekly basis. And just because I carry it on a backpack does not mean I care about it. It does not mean that I'm going to fight for it. And I have proven that in the ring. These old guys just want to complain, and they can do whatever they want because they have been in the business before, and I respect them. But I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Have you changed anyone's mind? Has there been a veteran that has come up to you maybe and said, "I'm sorry, I didn't get it"?
I don't know if they say that, but there are some people that I think saw like a clip, and were like, "Oh, this guy's a joke," whatever. And then they saw me wrestle. And then they said, "Oh, yeah, I get it."
And that's kind of the opposite. I mean, there are a lot of guys that we have seen in the business that, look like they're cut from stone. And, the saying is, and then the bell ring.
Yep.
And I feel like with Orange Cassidy, when the bell rings and they see your work in the ring, and it's the complete opposite, maybe.
I truly believe that professional wrestling is an art form, and it is my art, and I tell my art in the ring, right? So the story I'm telling, the art I'm producing is happening in between the ropes, bell to bell, and I think that's the most important part. If you want to say other things are important, yeah, I don't, probably, but that's not the way I do it, and I take a lot of pride in my professional wrestling and how I do it.
over the years now in AEW, I mean, the list, I think the list might be shorter, as you mentioned, of all the times you've defended that. The list might be shorter of guys you haven't faced at this point.
It is very true. I am surprised every now and then when there's like a first time encounter or stuff, because when I was defending this championship pretty much every single week, I was going through opponents like I never, ever would have guessed that I would wrestle Katsuyori Shibata in Atlantic City, New Jersey for this championship. It blows my mind that I was able to do types of those matches like John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli. Like, these are people I never thought I would be wrestling. And
Sting. I mean, you've been in a ring with Sting.
In the ring with Sting. I've never wrestled against Sting. I have teamed with Sting, and I am very grateful.
But to see Sting give devastating kicks the same way you do in the ring, what does that mean to?
It means to me that if you don't like what I'm doing, but Sting does, then you're wrong, right? No, I don't know. Yeah, Sting.
I would agree. I mean, I would 100% agree with that.
Sting is. We are very, very lucky to have Sting in AEW. That he's able to finish his career on March 3rd at Revolution. The pay-per-view of Revolution, March 3rd, it will be Sting's last match with Darby Allin against the Young Bucks. And Sting's doing it the way Sting wants to do it. And I think AEW exists because of moments like that. And I'm so grateful that he's part of us and that we have him on the roster.
You have him in the locker room, too. I mean, that's to have him on the roster, to have him on TV Sting every week. What is it like having him in the locker room? Because, he is around a lot.
He is around a lot. And there are a few people in professional wrestling that I think people can look at and say within professional wrestling that, oh, that's actually a genuinely good guy. No one has a bad word to say about him, and that is Sting. Sting is genuinely a great person, terrifying in the ring, which I think everybody should be. But outside of the ring, he's definitely a leader by the way he carries himself. He leads by example, and I think our locker room tries to aspire. If we could all be like Sting, this place would be better. So that's how I feel about Sting.
So knowing that here in less than a month, he's retiring, he's hanging it up. Yeah. What is that going to do to the locker room? Does somebody have to pick up?
I think people will, but I also think the time he spent is time that everybody in the locker room has learned. And, that poor guy's been wrestling for so long, on top, wrestling the way he wrestles. I think it's, Sting, it's okay. Go lay down somewhere.
I did a food tour in St. Louis a few weeks ago with Powerhouse Hobbs. The day after, Sting gives him the death drop off 10 feet into a table, and he's sitting there. He's like, I can't believe I did that last night. It's
unreal. Like, to have that opportunity is just grateful for AEW.
Yeah. So that is coming up in a few weeks. That's the Revolution. Do you have a match? Do you have an opponent yet on that?
So Roderick Strong challenged me for my international championship like 3 weeks ago for Revolution. And at that time, I think it was like 6 or 7 weeks out. Yeah. And I was like, okay, dude, sure. I'll give you a shot at Revolution. But, like, I'm not going to stop defending my championship. That's what this championship is. Like, this championship is the person that wants to get in the ring every week and wrestle, which is kind of ironic because I always want to do the opposite, which is not do anything. Yeah. But
I think I just heard a dog here on Radio Row too. So you were saying earlier, I mean, you've never seen anything like this.
This is huge. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. I mean, from Monday and Tuesday to today, it is very, very
They also did this really cool thing that every table is numbered, and no one really understands how the numbering system works. And then they give you really small numbers in the middle of the table. Like, we're supposed to go around to every single table and see what's going on. So, if I had one note for the NFL, maybe make the signs a little bigger.
That's not an NFL thing, though. It's the I mean, you see my number is out there. It's on top of something. It's clearly
it should be up in the air. It should be high.
They should hang it should hang it down and have number 61 over there, or just at least have it in rows and just say what they are. Yeah. There's some ways they could, but I think people would just take it down and put up their big thing. You can't have there are stations here that cannot have that number on there because it would mess with everything else on their table.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah. Well, Orange, best of luck defending that against Roderick Strong and the Undisputed Kingdom,
Yes.
who will also be out there.
Yes.
And I know you have plenty of people that you have in
I
your
will have
corner as
my
well.
best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero, and they'll have my back. I got it. We're good.
And we will check that out on pay-per-view coming up in just a few weeks. Orange, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Mungenast St. Louis Acura would like to upgrade your current BEV experience. The new ZDX offers the performance that you expect from Acura, but upgrades your ownership experience with our award-winning team. Whether you're looking for a more convenient charging solution or an upgrade to a new vehicle, come in today and make a reservation for the all-electric ZDX coming soon. Mungenast St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.